Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about how to find x and y and z using the Gaussian elimination method. So the first step on number 3 here, the first step is to write the augmented matrix. So before you do that, sometimes they can mix these up. So make sure everything is in the right column. X first, y next, z and numbers. And everything on the left will be on the left side of this vertical line. So, and then we only take out the coefficient for the left side. So 2, 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 3, because these are the coefficient. And then third row we have 3, negative 5, and 4. On the right side, next to this, the vertical line, we have negative 2, 6, and 7. So the first thing we have to do is create the row echelon form. And just to remind you guys, it will be a 1, 1, 1 diagonally, kind of like a backslash. And then we want to make all 0. If you want to find Gaussian Jordan method, then we need a 0, 0 here as well. But in this video, I'm just going to talk about the Gaussian elimination, okay? Where you can still have numbers in the upper right corner. And we'll take out the equation, and then using a substitution method, we can find x and y and z. Alright, so let's go next step here. I'm going to try to make the upper left 1. So I divide the top row by 2. And when I do that, I'm going to get 1, 1 half, 1 half. Alright, 1. So 2 over 2 is 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 2, and then we have negative 1. Okay, so that's our first step. Now the next step is to multiply the top row by negative 2. And the reason we do that is that we want to get 0, and to get that 0, we need to have the negative version of these 2. Okay, so once you distribute all this, we're gonna get negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, and positive 2. Now making a small mistake can make everything go in vain. So make sure you are focused and stay awake. Anyway, so we can combine these together, these and these and these, row 1 and row 2. We can add row 1 and row 2, and then replace the sum to the row 2. Now while you do that, we're going to keep the top row originally. Okay, we're going to keep it intact. 1, 1 half, 1 half, and we have negative 1. Alright, on the second row, we're replacing it with the sum of R1 and R2. So we get 0, negative 2, positive 2, and 8. And the last row we have 3, negative 5, and 4, and 7. So we got the this done, that done, and I want to get these 3 to be 0. So I'm going to use a row 1, multiply that by 3, after negative 3. So that way, we're gonna cancel out by adding these together. So negative 3 get distributed on top row 1. Let's see what we get here. Negative 3, negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2, and positive 3. Second row we just keep 0, negative 2, and 2, and 8. And the bottom row we have 3, negative 5, and 4, and 7. What we need to do is combine these two together. So in other words, we're adding now R1 plus R3. And we will replace it with R3. That means your original row 1 is not going to change. It's still 1, 1 half, 1 half. Alright, is my sign all correct? Okay. 1 half and negative 1. The middle row stay the same, but the bottom row, now we replace it. Negative 3 plus 3 will give you 0. Negative 3 over 2 minus 5. Let's see, we get negative 13 over 2. And negative 3 over 2 plus 4. Okay, you can use calculator if you need. 4 minus 3 over 2 is giving me 2.5 or 5 over 2. And 3 plus 7 will give us 10. Okay, so you're adding row 1 and row 3. And we get 10 on the bottom. Alright, so we're done with the left column. And I'm gonna tackle this the element in the very middle. Okay, this part is actually easy because we want all the diagonal, the backslash diagonal to be all 1. I just need to divide the entire second row by negative 2. So the top row stay the same. Now the middle row gets 0 because 0 over negative 2 is 0. Negative 2 over negative 2 is 1. And negative 2 over negative 2 is negative 1. And we get negative 4. 0, negative 13 over 2, 5 over 2, and 10. Okay, we need this to be 0. So how do we do it? We multiply the second row with positive 13 over 2. And we distribute that. And once you do that, we can replace the third row or bottom row after we add these up. So 1, 1 half, 1 half, negative 1, 0, 13 over 2, negative 13 over 2, and negative 26, 0, negative 13 over 2, 5 over 2, 10. And next step, we combine this and the bottom middle has to become 0. So 1, 1 half, 1 half, negative 1, 0, 13 over 2, negative 13 over 2, negative 26. Oh, actually no. I forgot that second row should be the original with the 0, 1. Told you it's easy to make a mistake here. Okay, so this has to be the 0, 1, negative 1. And we had a negative 4. Yeah, you keep negative 4. Now once you add these up, 0 plus 0 is 0. And then you guys know that that also goes 0. And negative 13 over 2 plus 5 over 2 is going to give us negative 4, because negative 8 over 2 is negative 4. Negative 8 over 2 is negative 4. And negative 26 plus 10 will give you negative 16. We're almost done. The last step is to convert the negative 4 in this element to positive 1. So I divide the bottom row by negative 4. Then I get 1, 1 half, 1 half, negative 1, 0, 1, negative 1, negative 4, 0, 0, now it's going to be 1. Because 0 over negative 4 will be 0. Negative 4 over negative 4 will be 1. Negative 16 over negative 4 now becomes 4. Okay, so we are done. We got the bottom triangle here. So if you rewrite this as an equation, we get x plus 1 half y plus 1 half z is equal to negative 1. We have y minus z equals negative 4. And last we have z equals 4. So if z equals 4, and now we replace the 4 with the z up here, then we get y minus 4 equals negative 4. Then y has to be 0. If you add 4 on both sides, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So we got z equals 4, y equals 0. The last step is to go to the top row and find the x. So x plus 1 half, 1 half times 0 plus 1 half times 4 equals negative 1. So that goes away. 4 over 2 is 2. You subtract 2 on both sides, you get x equals negative 3. So your coordinate x, y, z should be negative 3, 0, and 4. Now, once you get that answer, now let's say you have some time left. I suggest that you at least check one equation, see if you get right. I'm gonna choose just the middle row, or actually the middle row. So 2x minus y plus 3z equals 6. Let's check if it's correct. If x equals negative 3, right, x equals negative 3, 2 times negative 3 minus y, which is 0, plus 3z, 3 times 4 is equal to 6. So 2 times negative 3 give you negative 6, plus 12, is it equal to 6? And indeed it does. 6 equals 6. And you can check the other 1 and 3 if you have time on the test. But I'm pretty sure this is correct. Alright, so if I just summarize how you guys do it, make sure you remember the row echelon form. And I'll say that you kind of, you start with the very top one. If you can swap it because there's x here, then that's another option. You find the upper left one, and then you kind of go this way. Okay, and once you get that form, then you can come up with the equation and then do the substitution from bottom row to the top row. All right, that's how you guys do it. Hope this was helpful for your studying.